I have a friend who has a really bad cold. She has it all in her sinuses, upper respiratory, meaning when I say upper respiratory, all in her sinuses, really bad cold. As a matter of fact, she has COVID, and it's COVID in the nose. It didn't drop into her chest. It's just in her sinuses. And I am making her my famous nose spray. And it goes something like this. We buy the saline spray, we empty it out, or I empty it out, clean it out, so I start brand new. Then I put sea salt in it and about that much hot water, shake it until I taste it, and it tastes as salty as the Dead Sea. It's very salty. Then I let it cool down a little bit, then I add that much water to it, about almost 2/3 of the way up, cold water, and it's all filtered water. And now I shake it together, I taste it, and it tastes like the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean, like when you go swimming in the ocean, but not so salty like the Dead Sea or the Salton Sea. Now, here's my trick. So salt, water, I add 2 things you'll see, brand new, just bought them, Echinacea and Golden Seal. I wasn't able to get the brands I normally buy, but this is pretty good, and it's made by Sprouts. And I'm gonna put about, yeah, I can see the color change. So I put a tube full, a dropper full, which is maybe halfway. That's how much it fills. And that's of the Echinacea Golden Seal. Then I'm gonna put some oil of oregano, and both of them are without alcohol, because if you have the ones with alcohol, it really will burn. You don't need to burn, you don't need alcohol in it at all. This one is with olive oil. And I'm gonna put probably, maybe just about 1/4 of a dropper full. That's it. Now, I'm gonna shake it up, and I'm gonna tell you what they do. Salty. You know what? I'm gonna put a little more Echinacea Golden Seal because it tastes a little bit weaker than the brand I normally buy. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you about what Echinacea Golden Seal does. Echinacea, okay, salt water breaks up all the congestion up in the sinuses. Echinacea Golden Seal is a very good natural antibacterial agent. So you know, when you get these secondary bacteria infections and that lasts for weeks after a sinus cold, it clears it up. So the salt water breaks it up and gets it out. The Echinacea Golden Seal kills the secondary bacterial infection that may be trying to settle in there, the stuff that turns it red or green or yellow when you blow your nose. And then the oil of oregano, the oregano is an antiviral. So just in case a virus is starting to settle itself in there, because usually a cold is a virus, not usually, always. Okay, in this case it's COVID, but she has nothing more than like a cold symptoms. But I want to break it up and help her with it. And then I'll help her if she loses her sense of smell, because that can happen with a cold in the sinuses too. But I'll send her back to my videos that showed 7 videos in 7 days, I think I did. Each day how to work with the neuroplasticity of the brain to help the brain be able to get the olfactory system back on. But at this point, she feels fine, is just in the sinuses, and she still has her sense of smell. But this is how to get it out of your sinuses. So I would imagine it'll work for COVID, because right now for hers is just a bad cold. But we are going into flu and cold season. And so if you get a cold, this is a great natural remedy to do. And what do? Spray it, you shake it, and then you put it to your nose and you spray it. Do you see that spray? 1, breathe it in again. So you're getting the spray and you inhale it. up into your sinuses and all the way into the sinuses and the skull. And you do 3 of them. That's a magic number. And then you let it stay and you go and do that 3 sprays, not squirts, not squirt that way, but a spray that way, all the way up into your sinuses. And the salt will break up the mucus. Like when you go swimming in the ocean, consider this your vacation. Echinacea golden seal kills bacteria so you don't get that secondary bacterial infection, or if you do, you get rid of it. And the oil of oregano, a little bit of the oregano, is antiviral, just for good luck. That's my hope and wish for you. Share this because this is about us taking care of ourselves and each other. And for friends, have a great day.